Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. Today we're going to make a really quick card using lots of Anna Griffin goodies. Everything I do use I'll put in the description box on my blog, and you can also comment there as well, so feel free to say, whether you like it or if you've made it or if you've got the collection, etc. The first thing that we're going to need is our base card. This is a 6x6 inch card, and just to give you an idea at home of the size of card, this is our cardometer that I've designed and made especially for our videos, so that you can get an idea of what size we're working with. So you can see it there on the cardometer, smaller than the 7x7 and just bigger than the 5x5. It sits nicely there. So the first thing, as always, I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to take it along the edge to give it a nice sharp finish, so it'll stand up nicely and it looks a little bit more professional. So we're going to do the inside. Now this inside is really cool, and it'll give you a good idea of how to make your own sentiments as well, just to give them a little bit of a bit of a lift. So the first thing that I've got is a piece of square deep cerise card, and I've just got double-sided tape on the back of it, and I'm simply going to pop it in the middle of our card so that it will sit nicely, and that means it's nice and still able for you to write your messages, etc., to the recipient on. Now the next thing that I've done, I've stamped using one of Anna's chalkboard stamps with a gorgeous pink ink, and then I've run it through my Xyron machine, and I've also foiled the edge of a piece of card to match. And I just want to add these, and then I'm going to show you a quick way for foiling. So all I've done is run them through the machine, and I'm going to place the sentiment on top of the gold foil, just so that the edge is peeking out with the foil. It's not too deep or heavy, so that it won't, the card won't close. And I'm simply positioning it to one side of the card. Now the foil that I've put on, I used a quickie glue pen. However, when I was playing, I thought, I wonder if the Xyron will make my foiling a little bit easier. So what I've done is, I know I'm going off track with the card, but bear with me because this is quite interesting. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of card and I've run it through the Xyron. So on the back of the piece of card, which is now going to become the front, it's got the Xyron adhesive on, and I've got some cold foil. Now I don't know if this will work with your hot press files, because that's classed as a hot foil, but this is a cold foil that will release with the tacky glue adhesive. So I'm going to put the foil over the top of where the adhesive is from the Xyron, and I'm simply going to smooth it down like that, like you would when you release the Xyron paper from whatever you've added the glue to. And then I'm going to peel away. And the foil sticks where you've put the Xyron adhesive. Now the edges are just slightly missing because my foil was shorter than the actual square, but then you can keep going and fill the actual surface up. Wherever there's glue, the foil will stick to, and that would make a great back for any of your sentiments that you've stamped. So that's just an extra tip. So let's go back to our card. So you'll have noticed when I did the piece of card for the foil, I also had a flower as well, which I've taken from Anna's favourite flower collection, and I've separated from the flower being 3D, I've taken the top away. And I've run that through the Xyron, so I've got some glue on it, and I'm simply going to position it over our sentiment, and that's our insert finished. We've still got enough room for our message and everything, and we've got our rubber stamp for the centre sentiment. So now for the front of the card. Our base layer for our matting and layer for the front is a piece of black card. This is just general black card. I've cut it to size and I've got double-sided tape on the back of it. And then I can add this through the centre of my card, like so, trying to get it kind of straight. And then my next layer is some of Anna's glitter card. Now what I've done is I've taken the centre away because it's quite a large piece of card and I want to keep the centre because I can use it for something else. So I'm being really economical and thrifty. That's a good word for today, thrifty. So I've got double-sided tape on the back of it and I can pop it on our black layer like that. Now we've got another layer to go over the top of this, so you would never know that I've taken the centre away. And you can see I haven't been careful cutting it out as well. I did that on purpose. Normally I would die cut it out, but I thought on this occasion I'll just cut it out really quickly with a craft knife. And you can see that obviously it's crooked, but you're not going to know that because the next layer is going to sit nicely over the top. This is a piece of patterned cardstock from Anna's summer fall collection from last year, from the summer fall layers. It was a 7x5 inch and I've cut it down to fit because we're working on a 6x6 inch card, so I've been able to cut it nicely to fit the layers that we've already got. So I've had double-sided tape on the back of it, and now you can see where it sits over the previous layer where we took the centre out, and now you would never know. So that's built up our front really nicely. The next thing that we've got is a flower from the favourite flower stickers, and all you have to do is peel the back away like so, and I'm going to stick the flower onto my card roughly about there. Next I've got a birthday sentiment that says sending you birthday wishes from the favourite sentiment sticker collection. Again, we just peel the back away and I'm going to add the sentiment just at the bottom of the flower like that. Press it down, and then to finish it off I've got a gorgeous little bow, and I'm just going to add the bow at the top of the sentiment underneath the flower, and that is our card finished. A really quick and simple card that is so pretty. It stands up nicely. There's no bulk for posting it. You probably wouldn't even need your protective bubble wrap or anything. It will go in an envelope and it won't cost any more than a normal card. Obviously it depends where you are in the world. But that is such a pretty card, and a quick one too, just giving you an idea. And don't be worried about covering your pattern paper, because I know some of you panic about covering the pattern up. Well, the patterns mix and match together, and for this one you can see the gorgeous pattern. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please check out my blog because I've got so many projects on there, and all it remains for me to say is see you next time.